Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bear Insight. My name is Cole Young. I am the host of this show. If you like what you see today, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. I got a big guest for you today. Not only this dude is a five-star recruit, he is, I personally think, one of Rainier's finest in Rainier Beach High School. He has also won a Fiesta Bowl, a Holiday Bowl, and recently was on all honorable mention for the Pac-12 and is recently getting some big hype, getting NFL prospect hype. So please welcome Oregon offensive tackle himself, Mr. Josh Conerly.
Going on? Thank you for having me, my guy.
All good. How you doing? How you doing?
So I've been good, man. Just out here just trying to finish school strong.
Mhm. I hear you, bro. So let's start talking about Oregon. You first got to Oregon in 2020, 2022, 2021.
Yep.
Okay, yeah,
22.
22. Thank you. Yes, 22. And going from at it now, tell us your story. I mean, a lot of people know about it, but just for those who haven't, catch them up and see where you are and where you are now.
Well, yeah, I came in 2022. I came in trying to work as hard as I can for a starting position as a freshman. It didn't really go as planned. You know what I mean? I had a lot of really experienced people ahead of me. So I sat most of my freshman year, still played in most of the games and stuff. You know what I mean? Really just use that as a learning experience, taking it into the next year and taking all the game that all the big bros had for me. Going into the next spring, and I feel like that's where I kind of took that jump. About a year ago, around this time, I feel like I've made some of the biggest improvements, more mentally and honestly with the way that I go with my lifestyle. And then going into the last fall camp, I kind of just showed out as much as I could, earned a starting spot. Started every game my sophomore year, my true sophomore year, and we should have won. We should have won a Pac-12 championship, but things happen. Still got that Fiesta Bowl though, and then true really have just kind of kept this same killer mindset, just trying to grind through everything and not let up at all. Never get complacent with the process. You know what I mean? It's all still learning process, and I'm just trying to be the best I can every day. Now I'm here.
Okay. You talked about a little bit just how you're trying to be better. You've been a five-star recruit. You had all the offers in the world from Ohio
Yeah.
State, Alabama. Going at it now, and you chose Oregon. What do you do that keeps you up top of the competition? Because you've been successful from start to where you're at now.
Yeah. I feel like choosing Oregon was really like one of the better opportunities for me to stay ahead. As you said, because Oregon's one of those eight schools that yes, consistently year by year that they can be a contender. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of how well we gel through the season and how we finish games. So I feel like just coming here and a lot of the recent O line history like that, I feel like that's something that is going to be able that stood out to me, and that's something that I'm trying to carry that tradition of. You know what I mean?
Mhm. What makes Josh Josh?
Man, I feel like just the family man that I am. I have six siblings, three little brothers, three little sisters. I'm the oldest, and I like to say that I'm more like a BFG, being fairly giant, and I'm super cool, chill, mellow guy, stay out the way. Um, you know, chill with the boys. But I say my family, put my family before anything. Like that's kind of just makes me who I am.
Real talk. You kind of mentioned about how Oregon's success. I mean, I've seen it too within hand with Alex Forsyth. You have talked about that a little bit. Who were
Yeah.
some mentors, whether it's high school or college, that helped you propel to that area that you are in now?
Um, I really say Stephen Jones is who I probably had the most time with, and Big Steve, ultimate motivator and someone that makes you feel better about yourself on days that you feel like you just feel really bad. You know what I mean? So I feel like Big Steve for sure, but also like everybody that I had my freshman year, Alex Forsyth, Ryan Walk, Salah, TJ, you know what I mean? Shoot, Marcus Harper is just huge person. That's my, that's my right hand man right there. So that's somebody that's kind of been with me since I've came in and has constantly motivated me and always wanted better for me. But I'll definitely say Steve. Steve was somebody that always picked me up on bad days, no matter from the time I came in till till the Pac-12 championship game last year. You know what I mean? Like every step of the way so far until because he's on off on his own journey, but there's probably some that's why be one of the most I'm probably the most thankful for Stephen Jones, Marcus Harvey for sure.
Yeah, no, those are some real people. I mean, I'm trying to
Yeah.
get Steve on this podcast and same with
Yeah.
Marcus, but yeah, no, that's awesome. So speaking of the O line, how are they gelling? I know you guys recently had spring ball. I know it's
Mhm.
different now with all the older guys being gone. Can I explain that a little bit?
Yeah, with the absence of JPJ and Steve, like obviously those are two big holes to fill. But I feel like the amount of time that the O line kind of spends together outside of football, I feel like that's something that's really helped us. Really just having those personal relationships and knowing that you're going out there with your real brother side. Like, of course your brother's on the field, but you got the person off the field and like where they come from and what their why is, and that's what makes us go harder. So I feel like it like of course there's always still work to do. Everybody like because you know how spring ball is. Spring ball you can't they switch up the lineups consistently. So it's like, just really learning who does what where and who does it better, you know what I mean? So
Mhm.
I feel like it's been a really fun process. It's probably a better spring ball for me compared to my sophomore year. So I feel like we're a lot more gelled than what we were last year.
You know, that's good. That's good to know. And I know it's
Yeah.
always going in and out. So yeah, and speaking of all that movement, I mean, you guys got some bigger guys, Matthew Bedford from Indiana. And then also you got the big man himself, Dylan Gabriel. So I'm going
Right.
to talk a little bit more about the transfers. And I know it constantly Oregon's going to get new players, and that's just how Power Fives are. How
Right.
have you been handling those relationships?
I really just trying to just be there for them, help them learn and try to help them slow things down, especially guys like Matt and DG. Those are dudes that I'm consistently interacting with. So I feel like really just kind of getting to know them a little bit off the field that helps a lot, but mainly on the field I really just try to make sure that they're good mentally, and knowing that they're at 100% all the time. And I'm gonna say when you have somebody to consistently do that for you, because I feel like I've had that my first couple of years, someone always trying to make sure that I was good. It's good to be that person now for especially for new guys just coming into like an offense. And I mean, it's not a super difficult offense, but it can be really confusing with the amount of different calls that we have within calls. So, just trying to help everybody that way.
Right. Yeah. No, I get that. I mean, when you first got here, I was like, I'm sure there were other people too, but I was like making
Yeah.
sure that you were smooth and all that. And so I totally get what you're
Every
saying
day.
there for sure. Yeah. So yeah, no, it makes sense. So let's talk about a little bit of Oregon per se. So Oregon is joining the Big Ten. They got Washington as well, USC, UCLA. They're all joining, and you guys now have a completely new schedule. It is.
Right.
I find it crazy. I find it crazy
Yeah.
that some of the big things are actually happening. So, talking about that, how do you feel about that joining the Big Ten? And then give me your thoughts too on just who are you excited to play for this year? Because Oregon has some really good competition this year.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of great games on our schedule. I mean, I'm really looking forward to every single one of them. But I mean, how I feel about us going to the Big Ten, I mean, I feel like it's really a better opportunity for honestly everybody on the team. I think it's a good opportunity for the teams that were already in the Big Ten to play some different competition. Because obviously I feel like a lot of the West Coast schools are gonna bring a lot different play style. So I feel like it'll be really fun to see and see how everything unfolds, and I think it'll be super exciting experience. Just to get to travel a little bit more, like Midwest, East Coast type games. For us, because I mean, the furthest game that I've played in, well, obviously was the Georgia game, but outside of like in strictly conference play was only Colorado. Like that's the furthest that we went. Now we get to go to Purdue and in Indianapolis, and then go to Michigan up in Ann Arbor. You know what I mean? So I feel like those will be some fun travel games. And then we got obviously we got Wisconsin too. So I feel like just being able to go out and play in different environments, I feel like that'll be fun. And I mean, it'll help us because it'll really get us ready for that postseason. So
Alright. Yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely interesting, especially the Wisconsin game. That's going to be interesting when they play in Ohio State. I mean, that's always going to be Oregon, Ohio State. They've always been going at it, so it
right.
makes sense. Yeah. So tell me more about yourself off the field. What do you like doing? Like, what are some hobbies that you like? Because we know a lot about you on the field, but let's talk about
Yeah.
you off.
Yeah, I feel I like to really just chill out with some of the boys and stuff, like we do like little we make kava on like Tuesdays and stuff with some of the boys. So that's like I feel like something that keeps me going throughout the week. And then I also just picked up fishing. So fishing's super fun. I get out there and fish for like hours. So I feel like that's a really fun hobby. But I mean, sometimes I get out and walk here and there. But when I'm not in Oregon, when I get to go back home, I really like spending time with like my siblings and stuff. I feel like those are key moments of my life that will I'm gonna say keep us always loving each other and together for our entire lives. So yeah, that's about it.
Have you caught what's the biggest fish you caught? Just curious.
I think it was like a little trial. I had just posted on my story. That was probably my biggest catch. It was like about like little 4 or 5 pounder. It was a nice little chunky joint. But yeah, I'll probably say that was probably about a 4 or 5 pound trout. Yeah, but I'm about to say I haven't really done too much serious fishing, so
Yeah.
ain't nothing that crazy yet.
Yeah. Now, would you wanna go, like, ocean fishing or, like, would you, like, wanna, like, stay, like, within kinda, like, river fishing for now?
Yeah, I like rivers and lakes and stuff like that. I'll probably experience that for a few years, and then I'll probably work my way up, to doing bigger stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I mean, I kid you not, when
Yeah,
I went ocean fishing for the first time, I was throwing up everywhere, so I was just,
man,
"Give me some
yeah,
advice." He says, "Yeah,
yeah,
stay on the ground for a little bit, maybe do some lake fishing, maybe do some river
yeah, for
fishing,
sure.
fly fishing, and then go up to the big leagues because once you
Right.
do that."
Yeah.
Yeah, tough one. But last thing, you've had success and you keep on continuing to have success, which is awesome. You fully deserve it. I mean, if anyone has not known, I mean, Coach Terry's talked about it. Shout out to him and other guys that you have a hard work ethic, and I see that every single day as a former teammate. But there are other guys too that want to get up to our level, or if not surpass that, and maybe go into the NFL or into other places. And what would you say is the one biggest piece of advice you would have talking to the younger generation today?
Um, I would say really just being consistent in your routine and finding that routine early on of just like waking up and doing something for your body, whether it's stretching, getting in hot cold tubs. I feel like, and then also taking your diet seriously. I feel like that's something that I need to do more. Personally, is just cutting out junk foods and fried foods. You know what I mean? Like there is obviously time and place to indulge in things like that, but I feel like once if you take that more seriously sooner, then I feel like once you get to where you want to be, like it's that's like back in your hands easy. But yeah, I'm gonna say really just doing things to better your body for real. I feel like because it don't you ain't gonna go nowhere without your body. So yeah.
And no, that's facts to this day. I mean, a lot of student athletes don't know about that nutrition. Once they go crazy. I mean, there's some people like Salah that can eat over 20 McChickens like no day like tomorrow. But
Nah.
like, I kid you not. But yeah, no, I think that's very important for us that like as athletes, like we gotta like stay within our routine and staying healthy.
Right.
Is there anything else that you want to say or
Oh man, I mean, I'm just glad you're doing good, and I really appreciate you for having me on. And man, I'm glad that you doing something like this. 'Cause I feel like it's really dope. It's really dope. Because me and AJ have kind of been thinking about doing some similar things. So whenever we get that going, we're gonna get you on. So for sure.
bet? Yeah, no, put me on. I like that. No, I mean I like AJ too. How's you and AJ like doing overall? I mean, seriously.
Oh man, I mean we're doing pretty well. You know, we're just working every day to become the best tackle duo that there's ever been. So yeah,
Yeah, no, there's a lot of hype going around that. And I mean, I've seen both of y'all work and y'all got some skills. Y'all got some skills.
for
And
sure.
so I'm
Appreciate
rooting
that.
for you guys. Always gonna be rooting for my alma mater, which is Oregon. I mean, it's awesome. It's great talking to you, Josh, former teammate. It's awesome just to catch up like this. And
Sure.
yeah, it's good. So yeah. Again, if you like what you saw today, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We'll keep on growing. I'm excited to bring more content. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, Josh Conerly.
All right, y'all. Thank you. Appreciate
Yes,
appreciate you,
sir.
brother.
Yes, sir. Stay smooth, everyone.